TikTokers are turning to extremes for clout, such as torturing themselves on camera. And I don't even know. I feel weird about even saying this.
Before we get too deep in this, I want to say that maybe if people are torturing themselves and they're on TikTok, I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
Maybe. It depends. But it depends. I just want to throw this out there.
So as long as they're not hurting anybody else, leave them be.
The true libertine position is like, look, he who waterboards himself is okay as long as he doesn't do it to someone else.
Everybody loved Jackass. Everybody loved Bam Margera when he got hit in the balls.
Point being, they are waterboarding themselves. They actually are, placing towels on their head with the phone pointed at them in the bathtub and pouring buckets of water over their faces for likes. That's what they're doing.
Waterboarding on Guantanamo Bay sounds sick until you really think about it.
Look, and the difference between the difference between doing it to yourself or having your friends doing it and being in a CIA black site where a CIA operative is doing it to you is there's miles and miles of difference, because your friend will stop. The CIA operative isn't going to stop until you tell him all the
Where's the terrorist, Bill?
Like,
this is more like a self-inflicted hazing ritual.
So this is just like, kick me in the balls, film it, and everyone's going to laugh about it. That's literally what it is. So
but did kids watch Bam Margera and, try to do it at home?
Of course they did!
Because it was just like...
What do you think backyard wrestling is?
At least, when that show was out, they always put disclaimers at the beginning that were like, don't do this at home.
Don't do this, and don't send us videos of you doing this. But you know what? Kids still made videos for their friends of them doing it.
But it was
absolutely.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like, we all know that this is only going to encourage kids to do it more.
25 years of skating, you had to put a disclaimer at the front of every video that you released.
Yeah.
But did you have an actual fear that you would get sued for...
No. It was more like... at that point, I don't know if I ever actually believed you were going to get... You were more likely to get sued for the music you were using illegally than you were from somebody like... my joke was always like, every time you get kicked out of a skate spot, they're like, you can't be here because you could sue. I always wanted to be the one who actually did it and made like a fortune off suing a place for me being stupid and getting hurt skating on property.
How the hell could someone sue Brett Dasovic when they try to do the same trick on camera that you did on camera?
I have no idea.
And they can try to extort you for money?
I guess. I don't know what money you're going to get from me, but...
If someone attacks you and you shoot them and they don't die, they can sue you.
It's a crazy
even though they
world.
shot you. But yes, you can absolutely be sued for injuring someone when they attack you.
Well, it's like when they say, when somebody talks about money and they're like, this is not financial advice.
Right. Yeah, They always say that. Well, TikTokers are providing no such disclaimers and are openly posting videos of themselves getting waterboarded.
Here, let's watch one of them. The first thing I thought here was he was going to do the Ashton Hall, but I didn't see a Saratoga water bottle.
Smiling.
No banana peels.
He's not scared.
It's that time. Cool. Wait, let me slap this on because my hair is still semi-fresh.
That's because he's from the UK, right? He's an American would be doing this to someone else.
Yeah.
Let them do this. It's fine.
I'm going to waterboard myself, but I can't mess up my hair.
My toxic trait is anytime you watch the scene in the movie where they put the cloth over someone's face and they do that, I'm like, I want to try it.
There's a little part of you that wants to try.
Yeah.
Look, it sucks.
Like,
it does.
Well, if you do, then film it.
And
plus, the whole point is that they do it, and then you can't catch your breath, and then they immediately do it again.
Yeah,
they're not immediately doing it again.
Yeah.
And also,
you're not Geneva Conventioning right.
You turn your head up a little bit. You keep your lungs above your body, so that way your lungs don't actually fill up. The point of it is to make you feel like you're choking and get the panic without actually filling your lungs with water. Like, this is fine. Let them be stupid.
in the video, he does say, "Don't try this at home," but
Well, that's responsible torturing of oneself.
then you see all the comments, and it's a bunch of Zoomers saying that they want to try it at home, and they don't think that it would be a big deal, and it looks fun.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, have someone you don't know that doesn't like you one bit and thinks you're hiding something do it, and then it's a whole different experience. This is fine. They can
See,
again, it's kicking each other in the balls.
Could any of them do the one, the one where they lock you in the room with the bright lights and the loud sounds? Do that one. That one would be more user friendly for the
Even
internet.
still, if you do it to yourself,
Yeah.
as long as you're doing it to yourself.
See, okay, who we need to bring.
That's the thing. It's like it's not torture when you're doing it to
So
yourself.
what we'll end up getting is the one I just suggested. You lock somebody in a room with loud sounds for however many hours. Mr. Beast will be like 100 people locked in a room.
like IRL streamers have done that
Yeah.
many times. That's not a new thing at all. They have tortured themselves in a number of ways. Here's another example of a streamer letting his chat Chinese water torture him for donations. It says on the screen, 3 bits equals 1 drop. So I guess it corresponds with how much you're paying him.
Yeah, here we go.
That one went up my nose a little bit.
Again, these things are
This is
whatever.
thought I was gonna stream Rocket
It's
League.
fine.
It's kind of like it.
It's fine.
You're
I
not
need
gonna
to
kill
know
me.
what the setup is.
I just breathed it in a little. It's fine.
See, it's fine. I told you. He said
It's a
it's
little
fine.
cold, dude.
It's
That's
fine.
it.
Okay.
So
It's
he's putting on a brave face.
It's fine.
But it's more about the humiliation of it all, right? That's
Yeah.
what people want.
They want to watch what you're willing to do to get a $5 donation.
I saw people comparing this to an episode from the recent season of Black Mirror
Okay.
called Common People. And here is the synopsis. A welder and a school teacher who are trying to conceive a baby. The wife suffers a medical emergency due to a brain tumor, and the husband signs her up for Rivermind, a high-tech system that promises to keep her alive but comes with escalating subscription costs. And as fees increase, they struggle to keep up, leading to the wife's quality of life deteriorating. She experiences sleep deprivation and involuntary advertisement speech, which almost costs her her teaching job.
Well, that's like the meme that they had when Neuralink was first being discussed. They're like, imagine
Yeah.
like you have it in your brain and like your Yahoo keeps trying to get you to re-log in and you have to sit there and blink as you're logging back in constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're quite at Black Mirror territory with this because none of these streamers or TikTokers are under duress to do this. They're doing this of their own
Yeah,
volition,
this is
because they
no
have
big
no
deal.
self-respect or scruples.
Yeah.
But I looked through this Daily Mail article about the waterboarding trend on TikTok, and it appears that TikTok is taking measures to
Yes.
make sure this content is censored or removed from the platform, because
taking them
every
down.
single hyperlinked video that they listed here, I tried to look for it, and they're all taken down. They're all gone except for the one that we just showed you, because they're worried in their TOS that this is going to encourage people to do life-threatening risks on
See,
themselves,
the next
including
time-
children.
The next time Tim tells you that TikTok is evil, be like, "What do you mean? They took down the waterboarding videos? Look, they tried to stop
have
people.
their
from-
limits.
They tried to stop people from hurting themselves.
Yeah, so I think it's more so that TikTok is, of course, worried about the liabilities.
Of course,
Because they also had the subway surfers trend of children actually
Yeah.
hopping on top of subway trains and trying to run on it like the video game.
Yep.
And someone died. I think at least one child died from doing so. And
Yeah.
like there were injuries. So the liabilities were just too much for them to ignore it.
Also, there's so many videos of like or not videos, but there's so many like stories of influencers like hanging off balconies to get selfies and then they fall off the balcony.
Yeah, those like videos, I guess they call them like parkour videos where they're like on the top of the Empire State Building or whatever.
This is not the
Those
people who do
things
that as
terrify
like
me.
the ones who do it as a sport, right? That's okay. So I've actually talked about this here. As somebody who has done a sport that's dangerous for 25 years, it's been interesting to see where society finds the limit for those types of things. So most of the thing, whether it's skating, BMX, blading, snowboarding, skateboard, whatever, like people watch and like, oh, that's cool, depending on the size of the risk. But you look at the videos of the dudes who hop on the like the top of like a building and they run from one pillar to the next. All the comments are like, your mom loves you, go home. Like, why are you they don't see that as like a risk versus reward that anybody should actually take. But to the parkour people and the free runners, it's absolutely, to them, it's about conquering fear. And to them, you're never gonna get it, but they don't really care if you get it. It's what they do.
I don't know. I feel like it kind of selects for sociopaths, though, who already don't have any risk aversion.
It is one of those things where, like most of the other sports, there's a risk of serious injury or death if something goes really, really wrong. But that's calculated risk. Whereas what they're doing, the calculated risk on the roof of a skyscraper is not the same as like jumping from the first story of a building to the ground when you know you can take an impact of that size. It's a completely different thing. You will die 100% of the time that you miss.
Yeah, they're just adrenaline junkies, I think.
I always thought it was interesting. I can't say that I don't respect their ability to take the risk, but I wouldn't want to be their parents.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be their parents, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the times the comments are saying they're doing it because they're white. They're like, white people don't care about their lives.
Well, you know, they're like, you know, it's when it's like the opposite. Have you ever seen the movie like Falling Down? It's like Falling Down, but for yourself. Instead of society saying that it doesn't care about you and you going on a rampage, you put nobody at risk but you and whoever might be on the ground level of whatever skyscraper you're in when you fall.
But to conclude, I don't think that anyone trying to waterboard themselves for a TikTok is actually risking their life at all. Like, it's only supposed to be a form of psychological torture, so there's no risk of actually dying or injuring yourself through this.
Again, if you're doing it to yourself, you have control over when it stops, so therefore it's not torture. The whole torturous, terrifying thing about it is someone that's really mad at you that you're trying to resist is doing this, and the point is, I'm going to keep doing this until you break.
Yeah, the problems arise when other people are involved.
Yeah, this is fine. Let them kick themselves in the nuts.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.